What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. If you guys are new here, my name is Ayla and I am an online fitness coach for women. And as you can see by the title of the video, today I'm going to be talking to you guys on how I lost over 20 pounds in a matter of 14 weeks. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the Pretty Fit Life channel, like this video, and drop comments down below if you want to see videos just like this one. Let's get right into the video. All right, you guys, before I give you tips on how I lost over 20 pounds in a matter of 14 weeks, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on how that happened, what weight I started at, all that good stuff. So about November 2023, I decided that I was going to compete in a bodybuilding competition. I just recently competed in June 2024, so just a few months, or we're in July, so last month. And when I started my, before I started prep, I weighed around 180 pounds. That was what I was weighing in at. So when I started prep in, I believe March is when I started prep officially. I was 14 weeks out and I weighed in at 170 pounds. So I had lost about 10 pounds before I started prep. And then once I started prep, I dropped down to my stage weight was like 149. So I had lost a little bit over 20 pounds. So, yeah, so in a matter of 14 weeks, I lost 20 pounds. Now, mind you, this is not for somebody who wants to do a bodybuilding competition. I did that specifically for me. I wanted to challenge myself as a coach. I wanted that extra aspect of discipline. I wanted that different level of mindset change, mindset shift, to be able to portray to you guys and give you guys the knowledge that I gained along my journey during prep. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself, and it was beneficial because I came out healthier. I came out a little bit lighter for my height. I'm happy. I feel more confident. So that's the background. Just so you guys know, this video is not for people who are going into prep. This is just how I lost a little over 20 pounds, and it is possible to do. It's just a matter of being disciplined and very set about your goals that you have. So anybody can do this. They can lose this amount of weight. Just having the things that I'm going to tell you to help guide you, and just making sure that you're having those resources to make sure that you're supported through your process. So let's get right into tip number 1. Prioritize protein. Now, if you see me looking down, I'm looking at notes because I tend to veer off on topics and just go on tangents, so don't mind me. Number 1, prioritize protein. So protein is going to be important through your journey of losing the amount of weight, the desired amount of weight that you want to lose, because protein is going to keep you full and satisfied throughout the day. It's going to curb your hunger. It's going to curb a lot of those cravings that you have to want to snack on things that you shouldn't be really snacking on. So a recommendation that you probably have seen is 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. So for instance, I currently weigh around 150. After show, I gained just a little bit of weight back. So I weigh around 150 right now, between 150 like 4. It like ranges because of water weight, salt, all those different things. But right now I'm sitting around 150. So whatever your weight is, that's how many grams of protein that you could be eating, give or take, depending on your lifestyle. And that's gonna also play into your nutrition. So that's the easiest way to look at it. 1 gram of protein per 1 pound of body weight. So if you weigh around 150 like myself, that's how many grams of protein that you can be eating. And this can be easily tracked in tracking apps, something like MyFitnessPal, which I recommend to all of my clients, or to you guys. Using MyFitnessPal is really easy to track, and you can see all of your macros. Macros being your protein, your carbs, and your fats, which are going to be the most important things to look at when you are looking at your nutrition. So that's tip number one, prioritizing your protein. Protein being your poultry, so chicken, beef, fish, legumes like beans and lentils, those things. Or if you're vegan or vegetarian, some dairy products can also have protein in it, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs is another one. So just looking up protein, but prioritizing protein in every single meal. Also, protein snacks can be super helpful as well. So like protein chips, protein bars, a protein shake. Those are gonna have sometimes upwards of 20 grams of protein in a serving size of that snack. So you're still eating stuff that you like, but you're also filling your body with the protein that you need to stay on track with your goals. So that's something to think about is number one, prioritizing your protein, because nutrition is going to be the biggest thing to help you reach your goals. So moving on to number two, strength training. Okay, I've said this in videos before, in other videos on my channel. Strength training is going to be so important. It tags along right along with nutrition. All of these factors are going to be super important, but if you're not strength training, you're not going to see the results that you want. Doing body weight stuff is great on maybe active rest days or rest and recovery days, but you're going to want to lift some weights. That being because the more muscle you have, the more calories you're burning, and in turn, you are hitting your weight loss goals. So incorporating strength training is going to be super important. Now, if you're somebody who is busy and is like, I don't have a lot of time, you don't need like 2-3 hours of exercising like I had to do when I was on prep. I worked out for almost 3 hours every single day because my workouts were so long and I had to do a lot more cardio. But I recommend 3 to 4 times a week if you can, 30 minutes, upwards of an hour if that's the time that you have. But if all you have is 30 minutes, it is possible to do. But I also recommend making sure that you have a coach or just buying a program that you could follow for maybe 6 to 8 weeks to keep a structure going, because you're not going to see change in as little as 30. You're going to see change in 30 days, but in 14 weeks, that's almost 3 months or a little more than 3 months. So you're going to want to make sure that you're on a program for an extended period of time, just so you can see the consistency and you can see the changes that your body is making. So strength training for around 3 to 4 times a week. I would say 30 minutes to 1 hour, whatever you can do, that's what's going to work best for your schedule. I'm only here to tell you what I did. I did almost 6 times a week. So that's just what I did. You don't have to do what I did. I also did cardio 7 days a week. So that's just what was prescribed from my coach in order to compete. Bodybuilding is a whole different game. It's a whole different beast. If you're not into bodybuilding, just ignore what I just said. 3 to 4 times a week is great for the average person who is just trying to get healthy, get in shape, and live a healthier life. So that's a great recommendation, 3 to 4 times a week. If all you have is 30 minutes, roll with that, because it's still going to work to your advantage, but just making sure that you're having accountability, which I'm going to talk about later, to make sure that you're hitting the mark when you're in the gym or you're at home for those 30 minutes. You can still hit those things that you need to hit and work on your goals. So that's number 2, strength training. All right, tip number 3 is going to be rest and recovery. A lot of people tend to forget this, but your rest and your recovery is going to be super important on the days that you are not working out. Now, for me, when I was doing my, when I was in prep, rest and recovery were the moments that I literally wasn't in the gym. So stretching outside of being in the gym for 3 hours was really important. Still getting quality sleep. Ensure that you are getting quality sleep. The recommendation, what I recommend, which you can look up online on your own, between 7 to 9 hours. Now, everybody operates a little bit differently. I operate on a little bit of kind of the lower end, so 7.5 hours is where I thrive. If I start touching 8, 9, I feel groggy when I wake up, but everybody's gonna operate different. For women specifically, because our bodies are different from men, we do need a little bit more sleep for our bodies to fully recover from something like that. So just making sure that you're getting proper rest, proper sleep. Now, if you struggle with sleep, something that I have tried, I already get super great sleep. I don't struggle with sleep at all. But something that I have tried to help me stay asleep is magnesium oil spray. You guys probably have seen this on TikTok a bunch, but our bodies lack magnesium. Like majority of Americans lack magnesium anyway, so magnesium spray helps with sleep. I just spray it on the bottom of my feet at night. I rub my feet together and I go to sleep, and it helps me stay asleep for the most part. So something to try that's more on the natural end. Also, you guys probably have seen like cherry juice. That's supposed to help you with sleep as well. I tried it. I already get great sleep, like I said, so I didn't really see much of a difference. Melatonin I don't necessarily recommend, because our bodies make melatonin. If you start taking melatonin, your body can probably eventually stop producing melatonin, so you're just relying on the vitamins all the time. So I don't really recommend taking melatonin, but if you do struggle with sleep that bad, then just go see a doctor. But figuring out ways to help you stay asleep, you definitely can do your own research on that as well. But quality sleep, also active rest days. So on the days that you're not working out, you can just go for a walk just to loosen up your muscles. If you're feeling tight, if you're feeling sore, moving your body still, not going to the gym to work out, just walking or just getting up to do some stretches for 10 to 15 minutes. That can help your body recover faster than just sitting still all day doing absolutely nothing. So prioritizing also rest and recovery is going to be a big part on how you progress in your journey to losing a certain amount of weight that you want to lose. So rest and recovery. Moving on to number 4. All right, guys, number 4 is going to be physical activity. So outside of the gym, if you're going to the gym, let's say if you decide you're going to follow the things in this video, great, but you're just going to the gym and you're not being physically active. Physically active is not just going to the gym. That's planned exercise. Being physically active is just moving throughout your day. It's going for a walk or using the stairs instead of going up the elevator. Just moving more through the day, standing up rather than sitting down all day, being physically active, moving your body around. That's unplanned exercise. So a lot of people, as you can see, recommend the 10K steps a day, which is actually a very good recommendation. You guys can look this up on your own, do your own research. 8, I usually say 8 to 10 because sometimes 10 can be hard, or even 7 to 10K, 1,000 steps a day. Ooh, excuse me. Because 10,000 can be a lot at first. It may seem like it's a lot, but it's not as hard as you think. I do recommend, if you do work a regular job or you go to a job every single day, if you can, when you take your break, take like a 15-minute walk. That seems like it's incorporated into the workplace a lot more, is to be able to take like exercise during your lunch break or during like a 15-minute break or whatever. Just go for a walk, because that can help incorporate your steps. If you work at a desk, try a stand-up desk if you can, if your office allows it, or just stand up every hour on the hour. A lot of people, I'm pretty sure, have watches, Apple watches or like a Fitbit, some sort of smart watch that can alert you when an hour hits. It's about to be 1 o'clock in this video. It'll alert, hey, stand up, it's time to stand up. Or if you've been sitting too long, it'll say, hey, it's time to stand up. So things like that, just making sure that you're being more physically active throughout the day. So that is tip number 4, being more physically active, because just doing your workouts is not going to be enough to hit your goals. Making sure you're walking more. Walking is probably the most underrated exercise in the world that can help you reach your weight loss, fat loss goals, tone in those muscles, all those good things. So being more physically active, between 7 or 8 to 10,000 steps a day can really push your progress forward. So moving on to number 5. All right, guys, this goes hand in hand with a bunch of different things, but like I said in the beginning, your nutrition is going to be probably one of the biggest things that's going to push your progress forward, because you could work out all day, and if you eat like crap, you're not going to see any progress. So tip number 5, stop eating like crap. Stop eating like garbage, making sure that you're prioritizing whole food focused meals. So your proteins, your carbs, your healthy fats, getting in your fiber. Again, another recommendation for fiber, 25 to around 30 grams, just like your protein, but that's daily. So 25 to 30 grams of fiber daily to help kind of move your digestive system along. I don't want to sound like gross, but just making sure that you're having proper bowel movements. Those things literally are fruits and veggies and whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, oatmeal. Your complex carbs are what's going to help you get your fiber in. And if you're following a quality nutrition plan, fiber is going to be included, and that's not something that you're going to have to think about. So just making sure that you're getting the protein, the carbs, the healthy fats, like I said, getting the fiber, and stop eating out. When I was on prep, I ate 1 cheat meal a week, and that stopped around maybe like my 6 or 8 week mark. When I was, I believe, 6 to 8 weeks, I can't really remember, but 6 to 8 weeks out from my show, I stopped eating out completely. My coach said it, but I put myself on a little bit more than my coach told me. I told myself a little sooner to stop eating out because I didn't want to completely shock myself. I wanted myself to know that I can't eat out. I can't eat like crap. Not to say that you're about to go into a bodybuilding competition and you can't eat out. You can enjoy yourself, but if you have a goal set in place, you really need to discipline your mind and shift your mindset to really stick to the plan. That's the biggest thing, is just stick to the plan, because in the end, it's all going to pay off. And if you have a good coach, they are going to not keep you off of food that you enjoy for a long time. They're going to want you to enjoy the foods that you love. But if you have a goal, like I said, you need to train your mind to be able to stick to the plan and discipline yourself to just go through that pain for that short period of time, because pain is temporary. So you guys will be fine. Stop eating like garbage for just a little while and watch how your body changes. Watch how you feel a lot better. You feel more energized. And when you do have it, after not having it for so long, let's say, I don't know, Chipotle, because I love Chipotle. Your body is going to completely react to it way different from then when you were used to eating it all the time. When you deprive your body of that and you clear your body out and you're eating just your healthy fats, your protein, your carbs, incorporating the fiber, when you're just eating those things, sticking to your nutrition plan and your nutrition plan alone, your body is going to react way different to that fast food, because you know what's going in your body when you meal prep and you're putting good food into your body. You don't know how Chipotle is making their food. It's going to be very similar, but they probably use a lot more things that we don't really know about. So not to knock Chipotle, because I love Chipotle, but when you don't have that in your body, when you don't have bad stuff in your body is, it's healing itself, it's fixing itself. So that was number 5, stop eating like crap. Let's go to the very last tip on how I lost over 20 pounds in a matter of 14 weeks. All right, guys, last and finally not least, you need to have accountability. That is going to be number 1. We can swear up and down that we don't need accountability, but everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs some support. Everybody needs extra resources. You can say all day long that you don't, but I promise that you do. Because even myself, I would not have been able to take myself through a bodybuilding competition on my own strength alone. I need somebody who is experienced, who's going to tell me, you need to do this, this, and this. Otherwise, I would not have known on my own. And it's okay to learn those things. It's okay to learn. Now, I have said in my videos before that you need a workout partner for accountability. You don't necessarily need a workout partner. It's okay to have one. I do recommend one, but that should not deter you. Let's say your workout partner is like, I don't feel like going today. So that means that you don't go that day. Having a workout partner, whether you have one or not, if they decide they don't want to go, that shouldn't deter you from going to the gym. That just shouldn't deter you from your goals. You shouldn't have to wait on somebody else to be able to reach your goals. Now, granted, like I said, it is super helpful, but you don't want to wait on people because you have your goals. And again, tomorrow is not promised. You just can't you can't rely on somebody else to reach your fitness goals. So having accountability is super duper important. Either hire a coach, have a program, buy a program. That's accountability within itself, especially if you buy a program from a coach who requires check-ins still. Even if you're not being coached in person by them, like maybe you know what you're doing, just like I had with my coach. I know what I'm doing. I don't need her really to be there in front of me watching me do my form and all that other stuff. But I still had to check in with her. I still had to check in every single week. I still saw her almost every single week because I worked with my coach. So I saw her every single week and she could see if I wasn't making progress. So your coach is gonna see you're not making progress because I know that you're not following the things just by the pictures alone that you're not submitting, or just by the pictures alone that you are submitting, but you're not making changes. I don't see any changes here. So having a coach or having an accountability partner, it is going to be helpful. More so a coach, because a coach is going to be experienced. They're going to give you some tough love, but they're also going to be super supportive and empathetic toward your story, toward your journey. A workout partner is good to have, but you don't always need a workout partner to do stuff. You can literally do it on your own. So just something to think about, but having accountability is going to help you put a little fire under your butt so you can reach your goals. So hopefully these tips helped you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, be sure to subscribe to the Pretty Fit Life channel, like this video, and please drop comments down below if you want to see more videos just like this, or if you have questions on anything. I'll be happy to answer in another video. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Stay pretty fit, fam, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.